Good evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here, playing some more Pathfinder adventures. We're up to the battle at the dam with my party of 5 rejects. I think this scenario is actually easier than the second scenario, the Fort in Peril, the one where we had a crazy time. In that scenario, remember, one of the powers was the difficulty of monsters is increased by 3. The battle at the dam doesn't have a built-in difficulty increase. It's just that everybody has to start at the dam, which can't be temporarily closed. And at the dam, you might recall, you can't move out unless someone else is there. So basically, someone has to stay behind and close the dam. But other than that, it's really not that bad. So I'll take that over the 3 extra difficulty to defeating monsters. Well, fuck. So we got a pretty bad one here. This is actually starting to get serious. Back in, like, the prologue, when this was like a difficulty is increased by 2, wasn't that big of a deal. But now that it's by 4, it's kind of significant, especially for barriers. And I have a lot of characters in my party, Sione, Lam, Kira, who aren't that reliable at destroying monsters, so it's actually pretty tough. The villain is basically just a generic 18-18, nothing super fancy. If undefeated, a bunch of stuff happens, but otherwise it's just 18-18. So that can be tough. It's going to be actually 22-22. So you don't really want to fight this guy alone. No one except for maybe Valeros is really going to be able to take this guy on alone. It's one of those cases where I just have to hope I find him later on. Henchman, pretty straightforward, just a combat 14. I guess combat 18. Yeah, that wildcard power is serious. I would much rather have, like, the bury a card ones, or the harder to pick up boon ones. It's just tough. Okay, so other locations, we'll take a look at them as we get there, but basically at the dam, someone's gonna have to close this thing. And it probably needs to be, well, here's the thing. So the closing is bury d4 cards. If you don't have enough, bury the remaining cards from the top of your deck. So either way, 1d4 cards are getting buried. So it should be someone who can heal himself because they're going to be missing a lot of cards from their deck. So maybe Lem or Kira is going to want to stay there to do this. Or I could just keep them both around. Let's go ahead and just keep the turn order as it is. And thanks. So Sione, I don't want her. I definitely don't want her closing the dam because she's someone who's going to be very vulnerable anyhow. She can actually augury the dam. Let's do the augury at the dam. Hopefully make this process a bit faster for whoever does stay here. Alright, so we lose out on a secret stash. That's fine. Get a free kill on a bugbear. Bugbear's not too hard, but I mean it is a 14 now instead of a 10, so it's pretty significant. We'll go to the prison, I think. She and Lem both auto-close the prison, so I'm just going to go here and explore this with both of them until it's done. Locked passage. Well, that's tough. I think we should be able to do this. I guess I'll use my little Samison here. So I need to hit a 12. Well, much harder than an 8, that's for sure. Anybody got a Blessing of Callistria here for me? Ooh, agility. Thanks. Yes, glad I got that card. Oh, Blessing of Callistria. Thank goodness. Alright, so I need to roll a 9 on those dice. That should be okay. Alright, so we get a free explore, a little mini augury here, and it's Ilsawari Gandethus. This guy again, so he's the one where you have a 1 in 12 chance of fighting the Sandpoint Devil. Do I want to use him? Because I can pick him up and use him, but he doesn't give an extra explore, so actually I'm just going to leave him to right at the bottom there. And do I explore again? Yeah, I'm going to use the Troubadour to explore again. I don't need the Troubadour to close the location, so I might as well just put him in the discard. Magic leather armor. Is that helpful? Well, apparently I'm not getting it. I don't know if it was worth keeping around or not, but that I think should do, pig. That should do. Alright, so we'll recharge agility, or at least maybe try to. Okay, so I guess Kira doesn't have any items to get rid of at the dam is the problem. Because she... Wait, hang on now. This is Lem's turn, not Kira's. Yeah, Kira only has 1 item in her deck. It's Masterwork Tools. So I really gotta think about who has a crappy item. Lem doesn't. Both of his items are good. Valeros can do the Amulet of Life, I suppose. Or a regular Thieves' Tools. Okay, we're gonna have Valeros stick around. There's enough monsters here to make it worth his while. And he doesn't mind burying some cards. Okay, so Lem will just... Hello? Lem? Lem's gonna go join Sione at the prison because it's a place that he can auto-close. And if she bumps into a monster, it's good for him to be there to help her. Luckstone is garbage. I could play a couple of blessings to explore again here, but we'll hang tight for now. And then Valeros will actually stay at the dam. Secret stash. Well, luckily, I mean, it would have been nice to get this, but luckily it's one of these that is banished if undefeated. So I'm just not going to bother. I mean, I don't think... I think I maybe could have gotten to a 13 or 14 on rolling d4s, but I don't think it was worth the trouble. Shock longbow +1. Well, this would be good if I had anyone who used ranged weapons. What do you think about this? Lem actually wouldn't mind this thing. Hang on. Lem would not mind this, because the Deathbane Light Crossbow... Let me just take a quick tour here. Deathbane Light Crossbow is also a D8 +1, and it gets a bonus D8 versus Undead, which is true. But the Shock Longbow can actually be discarded for a little bit of an extra damage. I guess it would be a D4 for Lem. And it can be discarded, well, just like the crossbow, the Deathbane. Yeah, it's not worth it. It's not better enough than the Deathbane to warrant spending blessings on here to try to pick it up. And I could spend a Blessing of Lamashtu to explore again, but no, we're fine. I'm not going to discard the Amulet of Life. I could use that to close this place. So Kira doesn't really want to stay. Where does she want to go? Maybe the Shimmer Glens? Well, she can close this place. Divine Aid is right up her alley, so let's start her off here. Blessing of Gorham, nice. Auto pickup. And we'll discard the Sarenrae Blessing to keep going. She's got a cure, so I might as well do my blessings. Ugh, buggers. Alright, well, I guess we're going to be using our cure this time. Combat 15. Holy Gorgonzola. Well, I guess we'll use the Dog Slicer and the Blessing of Gorham. I need to roll a 12 with ones counting as 3s. That should be fine. Alright, didn't roll any ones. Alright, so now I have to discard my last card, and that leaves me with just a cure. By the way, the Enchanter is like a very low difficulty monster normally, so the fact that I had to spend that many resources on just like a humdrum Enchantress is a little bit scary. Okay, but that was it for her turn. Got a bunch of blessings and a weapon and a combat spell, so we're good. Sajan does not want to stick around. Where does he want to go? Well, the waterfront. Yeah, let's go for the waterfront, I guess. He's not a super big fan of fighting two things in a row, especially because of the scenario power. But we'll go for it. Ah, crap. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't have discarded Jakardros because, the help will definitely be wanted in this particular scenario. Jakardros is the guy who can add a d4 to someone else's combat trait against a giant, which the villain definitely is. Ah, Ring of Protection would have been so good there. Oh, it would have been so good. Okay, well, Sione's up. Web might not work in this scenario because all the monsters are harder, but it will work on a ghoul, so let's just keep it simple, keep it safe, and stick that ghoul in the bottom. Yep, okay. There are 3 monsters at the prison? Really, I forgot that. Thought there weren't that many. Alright, well, the more you know. So, moving on with Lem. Skull Ripper, jeez. So it's immune to attack and mental. And it's just an 18 combat. Okay, well, I could use a Medusa Mask, but I think the Medusa Mask is just too valuable in this scenario in case I find the villain early, so I'm going to hang on to the Medusa Mask. Can I roll 17 on 48s? Yeah, not without a little bit of luck. We could do a Lamashtu Blessing. We could do the old Aiden Pharasma combo. Alright, let's do the... You know what, hang on. I'm going to do Lamashtu because Aiden Pharasma will work on anything. Lamashtu will just work on defeating monsters. So I'm going to go ahead and pop that blessing here and kill the Skull Ripper at no small expense. Alright, we will do this. I'm going to go ahead and just use this to explore, and then I'm going to cure myself at the end. Soldier. Alright, that's nice. So that's a free extra explore. And I've got the Medusa Mask in case I run up against something really bad. So I'm not too scared about exploring. Oh, fuck sticks. So it's a 16 combat with a penalty of 1 for each die rolled. This is bad. This is bad. I might just do Medusa Mask. I hate to use the Medusa Mask. Nah, fuck it. We're just gonna do this. We'll just go for it. So it's gonna be rough. I now need to use my Aiden Pharasma combo for sure. And let's do another Pharasma. Alright. So can I get a 22 on these 7 dice? Well, we're about to find out. Wow. Alright, so I actually rolled like a 28. So I guess that was good. And yeah, it was tough. Lots of blessings got spent there. The 5-player game's not as severe as the 6-player game, so it's definitely a little bit worrying to be this far behind. But hopefully Sione finds... Well, actually, hang on a second. Sione is almost guaranteed. Well, as long as she explores twice, she's guaranteed to find the villain or henchman in here. So she's got Lem's support for that at least, which is good. All right, Valheros. Continuing onwards to the damn god. Dexterity. Shit, it's dexterity, and it doesn't get defeated. It doesn't get banished if undefeated, so we're going to go for it here, although we're really quickly going to run out of blessings. I don't have any more dexterity blessings. I'm just going to have to do this the frickin' hard way. I got to save Gorham, I guess. Yeah, just doing it the hard way, pulling lots and lots of blessings. I hope I can get a 15 on 48s. Okay, I rolled lucky. Draw a new weapon, item, armor, or spell. Man, what do I actually want here? Spell, I could get Major Cure or Incendiary Cloud. Weapon, I don't know, I'm pretty happy with everyone's weapons. Definitely not armor and items, so I guess we'll go for a spell. We got a Frost Ray, that's not gonna stick around, I don't think. Scorching Ray maybe, for metagame reasons, but Frost Ray, not so much. And we're gonna go ahead and just discard it, I don't want it taking up space in my hand. Nor do I really want this armor in my hand, I don't know why I've been keeping that. Especially with an Amulet of Life, I think I'm fine without armor. Blessing of Aurora, this is a really, really nice find, because not only do I auto-pick it up, but it is the current top blessing, so this is a rechargeable extra exploration. Archer, alright, not going to pick that up. Oh, hey, wow, a lucky D6. Well then, that's nice. So I get a free exploration there. 1 in 6 chance. And a Ranger stash, I don't really need ranged weapons, so as cool as this barrier is for my other party, it's just nice to have a free banish in this party. And I think we'll call it quits right there. She's got tons of blessings, which is good. Sejan's a bit vulnerable to finding a monster, but we're doing it. Black Arrow Ranger, huh? These are really good, and they help Sejan a lot. Alright, we'll go for it. Oh, man, I hate to spend blessings. Anybody got a Charisma blessing for me? Nope, 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 nope. Nope, nobody's got any kind of blessing that would give me 2 dice. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to roll light. I'm going to discard a blessing and just roll 3d6 trying to get a 7. Okay, perfect. So here, I could explore with the Troubadour. It's just going to be bad times if I find a monster. But if I just hang on to this hand, then I'm never going to be able to draw enough blessings to do anything. Alright, we'll discard the Ring of Protection, and then I'm going to just draw from there. Hoping to get some blessings. Okay, so now I'm ready to fight again. Okay, I hope she finds the henchman or villain up top. I don't want to spend a resource to explore. Fuck! Oh, God! I have to beat this or else the monsters in the bottom get shuffled out. It's just so frustrating that it's so frustrating that I have to deal with the resources for this when there's a 50-50 chance that I would have just been able to avoid having to do this. Okay, Blessing of Yabba Dabba Doo is good. That gives me 2 dice. I need to roll a 14 here. Is that gonna happen? I don't think I want to chance it. I'm just gonna play 1 more blessing here. Okay, I didn't need that extra blessing, but I'm glad that this didn't go to the wire. And, yeah, we'll discard to go again. I have a Lightning Bolt. I'm ready to kill a henchman, and it is a henchman. Okay, so Lightning Bolt plus Lem. Is that going to make me feel comfortable enough? Is it going to make me feel comfortable enough? I need a 10 on these 5 dice? Yes, it is. And one small relief here is that I do auto-close the location as my gorgeous sorceress, so at least I don't have to spend resources on that. Okay, so first location closed at 11 turns in. It's not a great start for me here, to be perfectly frank. And I've been spending blessings like the dickens. Also, why didn't it let me shuffle one of my allies into my deck? Oh, because I don't have any allies in my deck. Right. Okay, got it. Lem, where the hell are you going to go, buddy? He could try to help Sagen at the waterfront. Yeah, Lem's got 2 combat spells, so if he fights monsters, he doesn't mind fighting them, and he can help out Sagen. Wand of Scorching Ray. Oh, that's a tempting one. I do like this thing. Alright, well, we'll just roll for it. I can't afford to spend any discretionary resources anymore at this point. And I think we'll just hang on to that. Toxic Cloud is a good find. Valeros keeps on trucking. Goblin War Chanter. Shiddlesticks. I'm going to need a Blessing of Gorham here. Ooh, Strength. That's good. We'll use that. So, as long as he doesn't roll a 1, he succeeds. You know what? We're just going to go for it. Hope I don't roll a 1. Wow, that was close. Definitely failed trying that before, but I just didn't see any better options. I've got an Amulet of Life, so I don't see the point of keeping this chainmail around in a scenario that doesn't have any auto damage dealing monsters. Kira's still trucking along here. Cat. Well, got a decent chance of getting an extra explore. Got it. Bonus to recharging spells is whatever. It's not worth a hand slot. Detect Evil. Okay, so there's a 1 in 3 chance that I will actually get to explore again with this Detect Evil. And it's a War Chanter. Does she want to fight it barehanded? Well, she can actually make the Wisdom check. So yes, I think she does want to encounter this. Wait, did I not click the encounter button? Okay, no, I did. Right. So yeah, let's go ahead and bring out Holy Light. And I got a pretty good shot at this. Good times had by me. So I do get to use Holy Light. I can roll a 6 on those 3 dice. This is like the easiest a monster can be. You can never have a monster easier than 8. And it was still like a little bit touchy. Okay, so we actually did get the extra Explore Detect Evil. Now, one of these last 2 cards is the Villain or Henchman. Hopefully not the Villain. That would be real, real bad. In general, this is just going pretty badly because I'm not finding any henchmen near the tops. And that's a scary thing. Let's go ahead and discard a Troubadour to explore. I don't need the Troubadour for closing the location. Okay, so we're going to recharge Blessing. Recharge Blessing. Yeah, we'll keep the Black Arrow Ranger for later. We'll just recharge a Blessing and that should be fine. Ooh, a little close. A little bit close. I would love to discard the Acolyte to explore again. I could hang on to the Acolyte and give it to Lem for a bonus on his combat checks. Yeah, we'll hang on to the Acolyte, even though it means clogging up my hand a bit. Oh, God, clogging up my hand a lot. Jesus. Okay. Sione's up. Where does she go? She could go to the waterfront. Yeah, this is fine. Let's go to the waterfront, even though she doesn't have any combat spells at the old moment. Crap. Alright, well, Monkey. No, actually, this Hedron Medallion, I think, is my first choice to get rid of. Lem can recharge this wand. I've got enough combat spells. She needs to roll a 6 on these dice. We're going for it. Jeez, that was close. Alright, now I can explore again with the monkey. I think I'm going to do that. There's not that many monsters left here. Well, I got a 50-50 chance of fighting a wait, hold on. I have a 100% chance of fighting a monster or a barrier, and she's in no real shape to do either. So I'm just going to pop a Xanthus, risking 25% chance of wasting a heal. I didn't waste a heal. We're just going to keep this the way it is and stop. Ooh, Augury. Alright, she's going to augur this place. 75% chance of finding the henchman or villain. And if it was the villain, it would have been nice to have the villain corner. That's going to be one of my best chances, honestly, of winning this damn scenario. Is to find the villain through scouting and then corner him. If I'm playing this honestly, it's just going to be real tough to win. Okay, so Lem, does Lem want to fight that guy? I think he does. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play Toxic Cloud first, because if I play it after I've encountered the monster, then I can't play another spell. And I definitely want to use spells here, since my weapon attacks would get a -1 penalty. Alright, so I need to roll a 12. Yeah, that's not quite good enough. Anybody got some help here? Got a Shrine of... I got a Blessing of Lemishtu. Yeah, why don't we use a Blessing of Lemishtu? And now I feel pretty decent. Okay, very decent indeed. Try to recharge the Acid Arrow. I don't think I need that on tap in my discard pile. And then we fight a Bandit Henchman. So I hate to recharge the Medusa Mask, but it's better that than the crossbow. And then we do a Frost Ray. So now I need a 10 on these 4 dice. Boy. When you're behind, you gotta make some loose rolls somewhere. This is my loose roll. Okay, it ended up being pretty good. And I don't need Frost Ray on tap, I don't think, either. And that's one... Oh, God, everybody has to discard a card. I forgot about that. No, fuck! Oh, I totally forgot about that. God, fucking Waterfront. Hate this place. I guess we'll discard the Acolyte, because it's just junk. And she'll discard the Monkey. Crappity-dappity dingle. I'm going to just discard the Toxic Cloud, because that's a nice one to have on tap. I can get it out in time for the villain. Now Lem is just completely screwed. I should have really kept one of my combat spells on tap. Fuck, this is bad. Guard. Well, it doesn't give bonus explorers. But I'll hang on to it in my hand. If someone could very realistically take damage in this scenario, so I think I might as well just hang on to the guard and just try to remember that I actually have him. Okay, well, we're getting down to the wire here. Kira's about to close the Glens, hopefully. Nope, fine trap. So that's a good temporary card to have for this scenario. Shoot. Lem doesn't have his Medusa mask anymore because I know there's a henchman or villain there. It'd be nice to peek at what it is and be able to evade if it's not. But yeah, I'm not gonna explore again. We're just gonna pass the turn here. I should have recharged my chainmail. Whoops. Okay, so we're gonna heal. Sajan's gonna heal himself. And where's he gonna go? Running out of places to go, unfortunately. Treacherous Cave. He's not too bad at closing the cave, so we'll go to the Treacherous Cave. And we get a Venomous Dagger +2. This, well, I could have Lem use it, I guess. But no, we're just gonna let it go. If Sajan were a weapon user, that would be a good weapon for him to have. I'll keep the Sage for closing the location. Keep the Arrow Ranger to help in combat. I think we're fine. Sione, oh god, I guess we just need to spread out. Somebody will just go here until we find a better person for the purpose of going there. Heavy Pick is garbage. We're down to 9 turns? Seriously? Well, I don't think she can really afford to explore that much extra, but I guess we'll do 1 extra explore. Alright, we got a Mako. So I could just banish her to get back a blessing and explore again, or I could save her to give a D10 to... Oh, it's only Sione's checks? Yeah, no, not worth it. If it was anybody's checks, I would do it. But here I'm just going to treat her like an extra explore. Longbow +1. It's fine. But we'll leave it alone, and then that's it. Oh, we're just going to run out of time here. Lem is just awful at everything now because he doesn't have his weapon or any combat spells. And he can't get him back. What I could do is I could have Lem go to someone who has a weapon and then have that person pass a weapon off to Lem so that he can exchange it for the one in his discard. Who's got a weapon they don't care about? Kira, you gotta... Yeesh. Kira's got both their weapons. Alright, Lem's gonna go to the Shimmer Glens. And I'm gonna have to... Oh, I can't explore because it's fucking... That's the villain or henchman. I definitely don't want that. So I guess we're just... Oh my god, Toad? Toad. Oh, I could get back Toxic Cloud. I really wish I had discarded one of my other combat spells, because I could have gotten them back and then been okay, but Toxic Cloud won't be good enough for fighting a villain or henchman. So, yeah, I just have to pass the turn here, which is a total tragedy since we're already really low on time. Alright, down in the bottom of this deck was the henchman or villain. I can't wait any longer. 50-50 shot that I find the villain or henchman right now, and I do. Finally, something goes my way! Alright, Bastard Sword +1 is D10, 2D10s. This is the 2D4 +1 thing. Alright, we'll go for the Bastard Sword, I guess. I need to roll a 10 on 3D10s. Should happen. And we gotta bury 1D4 cards now. What are you gonna do? It's just gotta happen. So I have to basically find the villain and kill him. Killing him is not trivial. It's gonna be tough to kill the villain with the double 22 checks. Thankfully, Valeros should get one more turn to move out. But, yeah, it's gonna be a rough one. Alright, I gotta just do this and hope it's not the villain. It's the villain. Fuck! I wish I could have scouted somehow. Oh my god. This is just awful. Well, what can I do, really? I mean, I have to, first of all, expend some effort killing the villain. Yeah, I just have to hope he ends up being below the henchman wherever he ends up. So does she want to do this? Does she want to fight a bandit here? Or do I want to increase my odds that he ends up beneath the henchman? Because she can use Scorching Ray to kill the bandit henchman, but then she can't... She doesn't have any more combat spells left for actually fighting the real monsters. Alright, screw it. I'm gonna recharge... Oh, I don't want to recharge any of these cards. I guess I'll recharge the Blessing. And then, 17... Oh, right, because it's increased by 2. Holy buttsacks Christ. Alright, well, that's an 11 on those 4 dice. Gonna try. Okay, so that worked. Man, I needed to put somebody at the... Valeros just needed, like, one more turn to get over to the goddamn guard tower. I messed this up. I probably shouldn't have explored that thing. I should have just left and done something else. Alright, I'm not going to try too hard at this wisdom check. Okay, I fail. So he might end up here at the treacherous cave. Now, of course, we have to actually kill this guy. So, well, I'm going to be discarding both weapons for sure. I wish I had strength. I don't. We'll discard some of these allies. I need a 17 right now. Yeah, it seems like that might be a little bit on the high side. We'll recharge a Blessing of Torek for an extra d6. I need a 17. That's still on the high side. Kira. Okay, Blessing of Gorham. I guess we gotta use the Blessing of Gorham at some point. We'll use the Poog here. So I need to roll a 14 on these 5 dice. That's actually just not good. I'm looking at, what, like 7, 12? Yeah, it's pretty much the expected value. Alright, Sajan's got to spend a Blessing. And this is still a loose roll. Okay, made the first one. Second one, discarding the Dog Slicer and the Blessing of Gorham. Man, I gotta discard a Blessing. I gotta just pretty much go all out on this. And yeah, we're just gonna play another Blessing. These are like all d6s. Yeah. Okay, maybe I overshot it a little bit. So he's going to the Treacherous Cave or the Guard Tower. And I have to find him again in the next 6 turns, which is tough. But if I find a henchman, yeah, if I find a henchman and the villain ends up being below him, there's still a chance this works. All right, Sajan's in no shape to kill anything, but he's fighting an ogre. God damn it! Can I catch a lucky break? I could just let this fail basically, and discard Amulet of Mighty Fists and Thieves' Tools. Do I have an agility? All right, we're gonna do agility here and increase his odds somewhat. This is still a loose roll to hit a 10 on these dice. Luckily, my D10 rolled good, so it worked. And we pass the turn. All right, background to Sione. I think she's actually gonna. Oh yeah, she's alone, so she'll do the staff on herself. And she's got 1 card to fireball if needed. I hope it's not a monster. It's a fucking monster. It's a siren. God damn it. Well, I'm not gonna get Wisdom 12. It just ain't happening. I just have to hope the siren gets shuffled below the henchman in this damned place. So I lose a card. And I discard any allies in the top 3 cards. So I lose another card, unfortunately. That's kind of annoying. And this is Sione's last turn, so she's basically just a glorified garrison closer at this point. And that's all she can do. Lem, yeah, there's nothing I can do here. So he is gonna go. God, he sucks at the guard tower. He's gonna go help Sajan close the treacherous cave. And is there any point to exploring as Lem? There's just no point, is there? There's nothing good to find here, just armors, items, and a weapon. He's not gonna get to go again. He's not gonna be able to kill a thing and close the location. So yeah, I guess we're just gonna pass. This is shittingly terrible. Valeros. Lem can't use augury anymore because of the bug. Although I would have liked to augur the treacherous cave. If Valeros goes to the treacherous cave, then I can cast augury there, I guess. Alright, we'll try that. We'll work around the bug. I'm gonna go to the treacherous cave as Valeros. And then Kira will go to the guard tower on her turn. So, Lem will cast augury. Naming monster. Can I get lucky? Really lucky? Well, I got a henchman. So there's a 50-50 chance that after this henchman dies that the villain's underneath. 50-50 chance. So, alright. This is it then. Coin flip. If Sajan had successfully closed this cave, then I wouldn't have actually had this 50-50 shot. So, I guess I'm pretty happy that that's happening. Valeros, of course, is awful at Wisdom or Survival 7 checks, but whatever. It is what it is, as they say. Let's go ahead and, I got so many weapons. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and discard the Spike Chain. So I need to roll an 11 on these dice. I don't get a reroll. Well, Lem's got some junky cards. He can sing a song of sixpence here. Alright, so... Oh god, that was really close. Okay, so this guy dies. Now I need Wisdom or Survival 7. Luckily, Lem's here. Lem MVP of the day. So he recharges the toad. I need to get a 5 total. Who's got the most blessings? Because that's the person that I need playing the blessings. Looks like that's Sajan. So I need a 5 on 3d4? Sure. Okay. Villain, 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 villain. Yes, the villain's in there! Oh no! Can I actually win though? I don't know if I can win. Because I can't explore again! Oh, fuck. And if Kira comes over here, there's no one at the guard tower. So Kira has to go to the guard tower, and Seijan has to go take on the villain with only 2 blessings and an amulet of mighty fists. Well, that is literally the only option I have right now, so that's what's happening. Yep, we're gonna discard that and get rid of the spyglass. And unfortunately get nothing useful whatsoever. Fuck. Kira's gonna go over to the guard tower. She's just here to attempt close this place. And let's see, I need agility to help Seijan. Don't need the breastplate. Don't need inflict. Don't need the tools. Not fighting any more barriers. I do need a blessing, so this is good. Alright, she got an 8 and another blessing. I guess could have been better. Alright, let's make sure this is all... Yep, we're all in position. And here goes. So, the hard one, let's just get this one out of... Well, I guess we got close locations first. So let's take care of this. Yes, we're going to temporary close. What don't I need? I don't need Sahedron Medallion. And I also don't need Web, because I do actually have to kill this thing. Sammy-san is just for me, so I have to do this. Okay, now, anybody got a Blessing of Pharasma? Lem does. Let me think about this, though. Can Lem afford to play a Blessing? Because the deal is, Lem's going to have to sing a song twice. Well, he can sing a song with his Acid Arrow, and the question is, do I want to play Blessings? Because if I hang on to a Blessing, then he can actually sing a song and play a Blessing at one point. Seijan cannot play Blessings. Kira can. Kira can play a Blessing. And Sione herself, well, she's got 2 blessings, so if she plays one on herself, she's not using one on the other people. Well, okay, clearly there's nobody who has enough blessings to say on everything. I really just need 1 blessing on this check. It's a bit of a loose roll with just 1. We're going to go ahead and play Lems to give 2 dice, just to reduce how many blessings I play while still being guaranteed of winning. And okay, then Kira needs to close the guard tower. This actually is not a trivial thing. I need a strength 5. So I have to choose between playing strength to help the combat or strength to help close this place. Problem is, if I play strength, I still have a 1 in 6 chance of failing, so I still have to play a blessing. But if I don't play if I play a blessing raw and I'm rolling 2d6 out of 5, that's kind of suicidal. So alright, yeah, we'll have Sione spend the resources to guarantee this. I didn't roll any 1, so I would have made it without it, but I didn't want to take that chance. Okay, so now we're fighting the actual villain. I think Seijan's going to pass the first check off to Valeros. The reason for this is that Valeros can play the Impaler of Thorns, which makes the other check for Seijan easier, which is nice. Now I'm going to make this check. So Lem, I'm going to recharge Acid Arrow to give Valeros some help. Valeros needs a 9, which actually isn't even that bad. So strength is gone, unfortunately. But I only need to roll a 9. It can't be that hard, can it? Seijan can't spend blessings. Lem can't spend blessings. Does Sione want to spend her last blessing? Well, Kira's got 2 blessings. Okay, so she's going to definitely play 1. So can I get a 9 with those 4 cards? I feel like Seijan's going to need some help with this check. Currently he's going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 d10s to hit a 20. Well, 5 d10s to roll a 16. So is he going to want the extra d6? Or does Valeros need the extra d6 to hit this 9? Alright, we're going to go ahead and pop the 8 right here. Hopefully I just roll good numbers and it never matters. Okay, well, made it to 30, which is good. Recharge that Impaler. Recharge this aid. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I made the right call. Because Seijan's also going to have agility. I forgot about that. So yeah, that definitely means I made the right call. In fact, I might have even wanted to spend 1 more blessing on Valeros. Because with agility, Seijan's rocking some serious beats. Yeah, I messed up. Seijan does not need the blessing of Iyomade. Although, well, Kira actually played a blessing. Someone should have basically played an extra blessing on Valeros, because this is clearly overkill by a large sum. Rolled like crap, though, so who knows. Wow! Alright, that's another scenario, one on the very last turn. So, holy crap. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that craziness. If you did, please like and or subscribe, and I shall look forward to seeing you again soon. Everybody, take care. And, of course, if you want to stick around for the bonus times, here we take our last power feat before the roll cards. So, for Sione, you can get an extra +1 to the fireballs. I just don't think that's worth it compared to a hand size. For Lem, he's forced to take weapon or armor proficiency. Both of them suck. We'll take weapon. Valeros now is forced to upgrade his teamwork, which is okay, I suppose. Kira is, well, she's got it in a weird spot. She can either get a +1 to her checks against undead, or a +1 when she uses heal, which is an ability I pretty much like almost never use. Still, I'm going to take the healing one, because when it's at +2, sometimes you can do weird things, like if you have a bunch of blessings in hand and a lot of cards in your discard pile, you can heal yourself and spend blessings to explore to like make a net profit on how many cards are in your deck. So I'll take that. I feel like that's better than the occasional +1 to undead. And then Seijin is also forced to take a feat he doesn't want. He's maxed out on hand size, so he's forced to take this feat. He has literally no choice. He must take this feat to add the magic trait to Unarmed Strike, which is handy for fighting ghosts and specters, but other than that, it doesn't actually do very much or anything. So it's kind of sucky that he couldn't wait till his roll card to get an extra power feat. Alright, so deck building. I don't think I found that many boons in this scenario. Wand of Scorching Ray, well, it's interesting. So 46 at the end of the day isn't that high, but it does, you know, give a little bit of extra securities to some characters who have a rough time with, like, combat. So basically, Seoni and Lem wouldn't mind having an item that gives them some extra fighting power. Maybe I'll do this. Maybe I'll give Seoni this wand, and we'll give the Samisen to someone else. Seijin actually could use it. I'm done with this Amulet of Mighty Fist. I think it's past its time. The Amulet of Mighty Fist adds the magic trait, so occasionally it's useful for that, but now that I've been forced to add the magic to my fists, I'd rather have a d4 that recharges than a d4 that sits in my hand, so the Samisen's a pretty clear call. Okay, Seijin's the only one who fights with dexterity, so he's definitely the person who wants the Black Arrow Ranger. And besides that, I guess we'll just get rid of one of our basic things. Lamb does not need a soldier. I think he needs a soldier even less than he needs a cat. But I'm actually going to get rid of the cat and pick up a troubadour. I'd rather have bonus to closing and picking things up and defeating barriers than to recharging my spells. Guard, I don't think I want to keep. Frost Ray, let's take a quick look. Yeah, I mean, I could take an extra combat spell. Lem could replace Acid Arrow with Frost Ray, which is a little bit of an improvement, but for metagame reasons, Acid Arrow is a little bit better in the next adventure. So we'll leave things alone. We'll leave things alone there. Cats and archers, yep, that's not needed. And got 2 Blessings of Gorm, so let's not double up on that. Everything else is unique. He's already all filled up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give Seijin a Blessing of Aristil. I don't like giving Seijin fancy blessings because he just recharges them for combat anyhow, but with the Blessing of Aristil, he can recharge it for combat and get 2 extra dice. And then that way we can, like, give something random to Lem and have Valeros take the Blessing of Gorm. Let's do a quick view all. Oh wait, Kira's still not done. What's she got? An extra blessing. Oh, she still has an extra blessing, right. Well, of these, I think the Saren Ray is the least useful, and Seoni can, I guess, pick it up. Okay, so now we view all, make sure I'm not missing anything. Acolytes, Archers, Guards, Frost Rays. Okay, yep, we're all good. And that, as they say, is that. Take care, everyone. I'll see you again next time for the insane final scenario. It's going to be a wild ride. I'll see you guys soon. Take care.